Let's find the characteristic equation, eigenvalues, and bases for the eigenspaces of each of these 2x2 matrices. There are links in the description to my lessons introducing these topics if you need more of a review. Starting with this first one, in order to find all of this stuff, it begins with the characteristic equation. So we must find the determinant of lambda I minus a. Lambda I minus a just looks like this. It's lambda minus the entries of a on the diagonal, and then off the diagonal, it just has the negatives of a. Then we have to find this determinant and set that equal to 0. That's the characteristic equation, and we can solve that to find the eigenvalues. Since this is a 2x2 matrix, its determinant is very straightforward, just the difference of the products on those diagonals. So that's lambda minus 1 times lambda minus 4 minus 2 times negative 1. So that's actually plus 2. Then we'll just expand and simplify and factor and solve. If we expand this, we get here. Then we can combine like terms to get here. This is the characteristic polynomial. Set it equal to 0, and that is our characteristic equation, which we can write again here in factored form. This, when factored, is lambda minus 3 times lambda minus 2, and this of course gives us our two eigenvalues. By the zero product property, we have lambda 1 equals 3 and lambda 2 equals 2. So we found our characteristic equation, we found our eigenvalues, now we just have to find a basis for the eigenspace corresponding to each of these two eigenvalues. Beginning with the eigenvalue 3, we must solve lambda I minus a times x equals 0, but with 3 plugged in for lambda. The solutions to this equation are the eigenvectors corresponding to this eigenvalue. And if we can find a basis for the solution space, that's a basis for the eigenspace. So lambda I minus a, but with 3 plugged in for lambda, is this matrix here. 3 minus 1 is 2, 3 minus 4 is negative 1, and we want to know what vectors can we multiply this by to get 0. Those are the eigenvectors. This system can easily be solved by adding 1/2 row 1 to row 2, and then dividing row 1 by 2. And that gets us to this reduced row echelon form matrix. We see that column 2 does not have a leading entry, and so x2 is a free variable, so we may assign it an arbitrary parameter, say s. From row 1, we have that x1 equals negative s, and thus every vector that is a solution to this system has this form, negative 1, 1 times some arbitrary parameter s. Hence, this coefficient vector of s, negative 1, 1, that makes up a basis for the eigenspace corresponding to 3. Then we do the same thing for the other eigenvalue. So we construct this matrix plugging in 2 for lambda, 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 minus 4 is negative 2, and then we see what vectors can we multiply by this matrix to get the 0 vector. These will be the eigenvectors. We can solve this system quite easily by adding row 1 to row 2. That gets us to this reduced row echelon form matrix. Again, there's no leading entry in column 2, so x2 is a free variable. Let's say x2 equals s. And from row 1, we have that x1 equals negative 2s. Hence, the eigenvectors are vectors of this form, negative 2, 1, multiplied by an arbitrary parameter s. And hence, this vector makes a basis for the eigenspace corresponding to 2. Every vector in the eigenspace corresponding to this eigenvalue is a multiple of that vector. Now, number 2. Again, we have to begin by finding the determinant of lambda I minus a. Set that equal to 0 to get the characteristic equation. The determinant of lambda I minus a is seen here. Lambda I minus a just has lambda minus the entries of a on the diagonal, and then the negatives of a off the diagonal. This is equal to lambda minus 2 times lambda minus 2, which is lambda minus 2 squared, minus 3 times 0. So minus 0, so just lambda minus 2 squared. Setting this equal to 0, we have our characteristic equation and just one eigenvalue of positive 2. So that's the characteristic equation. That's our one eigenvalue. Now we just have to find a basis for the eigenspace corresponding to this eigenvalue. The eigenspace corresponding to this eigenvalue is the set of solution vectors to this system. This matrix is just this one, but with 2 plugged in for lambda. 2 minus 2 is 0, and 2 minus 2 is 0, so we get this very simple coefficient matrix. This system is easy to solve by dividing row 1 by 3, which gets us here. We see there's no leading entry in column 1, so x1 is a free variable. Let's say x1 equals s. And from row 1, we have that x2 must equal 0. Remember, the coefficients, the constants, which we don't bother putting in this matrix, are zeros. So this row means x2 equals 0. Thus, the eigenvectors are vectors of this form, 1, 0, times an arbitrary parameter s. And so this vector makes up a basis for the eigenspace. And you may not know what these terms mean yet, but because lambda minus 2 appeared in the characteristic polynomial twice, there were 2 factors of lambda minus 2, we would say that the algebraic multiplicity of this eigenvalue is 2. However, its geometric multiplicity is only 1 because its corresponding eigenspace only has a single vector. All right, last example. Here's our matrix, and we begin by finding the determinant of lambda I minus a. Lambda I minus a is seen here. The diagonal is just lambda minus the entries of a, and off the diagonal we just have the negatives of a. The determinant is lambda minus 4 times lambda plus 3, minus 5 times negative 2, so minus negative 10 or plus 10. Expanding and simplifying this, we get lambda squared minus lambda minus 2, which can be factored like this. And so here is our characteristic equation, setting that determinant equal to 0. And by the zero product property, we get these 2 eigenvalues, positive 2 and negative 1. Now we just have to find a basis for the eigenspace corresponding to each of these eigenvalues. Beginning with lambda 1 equals 2, we construct this matrix, but with 2 plugged in for lambda. 2 minus 4 is negative 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. And so the vectors satisfying this system make up the eigenspace. We can solve this system by subtracting row 1 from row 2, and then dividing row 1 by negative 2. That gets us to this reduced row echelon form matrix. We see that column 2 does not have a leading entry, so x2 is a free variable, say x2 equals s. And from row 1, we have that x1 equals 5 halves s. So the solution vectors to this system look like this, 5 halves 1 times an arbitrary parameter s. And so this vector makes up a basis for the eigenspace corresponding to the eigenvalue 2. Finally, we do the same thing for the other eigenvalue, negative 1. The system is easy to solve. Just add negative 2/5 row 1 to row 2, and that gets us here. We see that x2 is a free variable, and that x1 must equal positive x2. So if we call x2 s, then x1 equals positive s. So this vector here, 1, 1, is a basis for the eigenspace corresponding to the eigenvalue 2. If you want more practice with bigger matrices, please consider supporting what I do by joining Wrath of Math as a channel member. You'll get immediate access to another video where we go over 6 more problems just like these with 2x2 and 3x3 matrices. And if you join as a member at the premium tier or above, you'll get access to the lecture notes from my linear algebra series and other courses. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and be sure to check out my linear algebra course and linear algebra exercises playlists in the description for more.